Adam, and I'm going to show you how to grow microgreens. And you'll want to use these type of peas because they taste really good, and you can find them at the different nurseries, or you can go online to Botanical Interests. They're located in Colorado, and you can order direct from the company. Now, microgreens are immature plants. You're not growing them to full maturity. So you get to eat baby plants. That's what I tell my students. And this is a pie container recycled from Costco. So go eat the pie and keep this because this is a great greenhouse for you to grow microgreens in. First thing you're going to want to do is take your peas and soak the seeds in water for the night before you do this lesson with the students. Because the pea shells or the pea seeds have a hard shell and you want it to soften it so that it will germinate. Then take a bag of soil. Get the one without the compost in it, because if you get the one with the compost, it kind of smells like poo. But you really want that, but you don't want it because the kids don't want to smell poo while they're eating. That's a big turnoff, okay? So what I do is I take, this is about, I don't even remember how many cups I put in here. But you put and you sprinkle this in. You want to save some of the soil to be able to cover up the pea seeds when you put it in. Have the students come over, feel, using their senses, the touching sense, and spread it out, make it even, add a little bit, pat it down to cover the bottom. And you don't need a lot of, best thing about, I would say, microgreens, you can grow them in your classroom and you don't need a big, huge pot with all the soil in it. Microgreens are harvested in about 12 days. Okay, so you pat that out, separate the big clumps, pat it out, and there you go. And you're going to have your students take the pea seeds, and they can come over one at a time, and you just plop them in. That's it. You don't need to push them down. You just plop them in all around. You don't want your seeds to do any hugging and kissing because you do want them to grow, but you don't have to you don't have to worry about measuring the distance, because you can cover this whole thing with all kinds of seeds and they're going to grow because you're going to eat the baby plants that grow. You're not waiting for them to reach a maturity. Otherwise, then you want to make sure you have them spaced out and a deeper container. But these are for microgreens. So you have them spread it out, put some water on, get all the little peas out of the bag. And once again, each of the students, give them a pea seed and let them put it in. And once your pea seeds are all in, you're going to just mist it a little bit. Just mist. You don't want soggy, wet, otherwise mold will develop. Then you're going to put the remainder of the soil on top to bury it. You can once again have students reach their hand in the bag and sprinkle it on top, or you can do it. You just want to cover the seeds lightly. You don't need to push down the seeds to the bottom of the container. Okay, so there we go. And when you're done with that, mist lightly. Put the top of the pie holder on, and this acts like a greenhouse, and you can lock it into place Put it over on a shelf in the window and it will warm up. Don't put it outside. Keep it in your classroom. You have enough light coming in from a window or from the light for them to germinate. And the next day, check and see what is happening. You'll see little drops of water up here, the condensation. So the moisture has heated up the soil and the condensation's risen to the top, and then it comes and falls back down. So just like a true greenhouse. And you're going to want to open this up, prop it up because it needs air circulation to grow too. As soon as you start seeing little green shoots coming, take the lid off completely to let them grow. And you don't want the kids to jostle it because then it will cause the roots to shake. And then, let's see, I planted these last week, so about 8 days. And they're now at the size of harvesting. And when you harvest, you just cut the top, trim the top with scissors. You can do this. And you trim it, and then you just take it and you eat it. And give one to each of the students to try. Raw, it's okay. It's not been outside. You don't really need to wash them because they haven't been exposed to any of the elements. And get to eat your greens. And that's microgreens. See you later, Gators. Bye.